Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make these really pretty blue nails. There's kind of a lot going on and everything was hand done today. So today's going to be a little bit of a longer video because there's just so much to show and explain and kind of, just take you through it all. So essentially when it comes to our colors, you want 3 different shades of blue, and I mean like different. So I've got like a turquoise looking one, I've got a baby blue one, and I've got a really deep blue looking one. We've also got some black. We've got some black gel paint. We're also going to need some white, which I'm not sure if I've shown. And I also do have some of my glitter bells. It's like a golden looking gel polish. Well, it's like a nail art gel. So now onto our background colors. We're pretty much doing one of each at the moment, I believe. And then we do have an ombre nail. We're going to use the 3 blues together to ombre and create a really nice look. So a little maybe background story to today's design. I actually created this a year ago, and I created this just shortly, almost at the end of summer, and it was just so busy at the time, and the set itself has just got so much going on that I kept putting off filming it because I just knew that it was going to be a lot of filming, a lot of editing, a lot of voicing. There's just going to be a lot to do with this design, and I was so busy at the time that I just kept putting it off to the point that it literally became autumn and then winter, and it got to the stage where obviously I can't really upload this set anymore in the middle of Christmas sets. So unfortunately this set had to basically go on the back burner and wait till next year. So it's one of those, I do seem to find myself always having 1 or 2 sets that end up waiting till the next year. I don't know what goes on with me. I just make them, they take a lot of time, and then I just put it off until literally next year. So that's one of those sets. I'm really happy though that I finally got around to filming it. It is almost the end of summer anyways, to be honest. I'm just about scraping it in with this design. I probably would have preferred to upload it a little bit earlier, but at least it's up finally. So we've done our background shade. Here I'm just sprinkling on some of my fine glitter here. I tried to pick out a fine glitter as close to that dark gel polish as I possibly can. So I'm just sprinkling it onto the wet layer, tapping off any excess. That will then go into the lamp and that will cure in place for us. Alrighty, now that basically has been all cured in place, we can do and start on our hand artwork. So buckle up guys, because there's just so much. So on this first nail, this one's our turquoisey looking one, and I'm doing like a layered smile line look, but it's not really, it's not going to be a French tip kind of look. So I'm picking 2 areas of the nail, and I'm going to do like a smile line, and I'm going to do another one underneath, and then I'm going to colour it in and create like this thick half circle looking thing. And you want to do that again below it, but you also want to leave a fair gap between your 2 white thick lines in a way. Off camera I will be doing the second layer, so if you ever see anything a bit too shit on the first go, then off camera I do another coat. Now on to one of our baby blue nails. So on the left hand side I'm doing a squiggly line. So I wanted to do like a straight one, but I thought, let's just switch it up. So we're doing a squiggly. We're also going to colour it in again off camera. There will just be another coat. This white that I'm using today is, I think it's called Loyal. I think so. I don't think I showed at the start. If you're in the market for a good white, Madam Glam have the best newest white that I've literally ever come across. It's called Bold White, and it's just the consistency, the colour, the brush even that comes with it, just everything is so perfect. So if you're in the market for like the perfect white, there will be literally that white gel polish will honestly do wonders for you, especially if you've got constant clients and they all want French tips. Like that white will do you so well. Now on to our next baby blue nail. We're going to do a tiny little French tip right at the bottom. We're basically going to like do a layered French tip look on this one, so we need a lot of layers, so we're starting really low at the moment. Back onto our 2 white blobs, you could say. We are going to use some of that Glitter Bells Gold, and we're going to use that to outline those, I guess, 4 smile lines. I hate doing this part most of the time on basically any design, just because I have pretty shaky hands, and it's just so hard to take control of your brush in such a good way that obviously the line stays the same thickness all around and you're able to do these beautiful curved lines. Like, it's a bit of a challenge, it really is. This whole set I feel like is a bit of a challenge. There's just so much going on and a lot of just quite unpleasant techniques, or like, you know, designs, I guess, that are just really hard to do, basically. But I'm actually pretty impressed with how well I did. Like, I don't usually do this well. Like, usually the footage would have been pretty chopped up because I would have kept having to wipe things away and retry. So I am pretty impressed that I did it, but it's not always like that at all. Even though I've been doing arts and stuff on nails for a very long time now, it just to this day isn't that smooth sailing every time. It probably never will be. I'm sure I'm always going to get better, but there will always be days, obviously, where you just can't do it. Now onto this nail, we're again just doing some gold details, so just doing an outline there. Then that one will go down, and I think we're going to start on our little animal print look. So I always get this wrong. Is it leopard print? Possibly, who knows, just animal print. I'm just doing with a dotting tool, just little blobs. As you can see, they're not perfect dots. I'm just kind of squiggling around my dotting tool as I'm placing down that blue. And this is only going to have one layer, so if there's any areas that you feel like it's a bit too sheer, just add a little bit extra there just to kind of make that opacity, and then pop it into the lamp. Now we're doing another outline of a smile line just above the gold, so this is where all those layers are coming into play. We're just kind of repeating the same shapes just above, and we're creating layers basically. So here I'm using a turquoise, here I think I went a bit over onto the gold, and again, as you can see, I'm not instantly creating this beautiful smile line the same thickness. Like, it just takes some time, some squiggles and all sorts. And then again with that same turquoise color, we're doing another smile line above it. Now that one was quite difficult to do, just because that one's going to be much thinner, and I just always find those the hardest, to be honest, the ones like above on their own and stuff. So we're going to perfect that as much as we possibly can, and then we will pop it into the lamp. We do have way more like line work to do as well. I do also attempt to do one of those black leaves that I feel like there was a time where everybody used to do them all the time. So that's also included today. So we have some extra turquoise lines going on. So at the top we've just got like a diagonal line that we're going to colour in. That line will also have a dark blue next to it with some gold detail. I'm not sure how much of that part I actually included in the video, just because there's just so much going on. Oh, here it is. I did include it. Okay, so there's the blue. And then after the blue, beneath the blue, we're going to do a gold fine line. We're going to do something very similar on the squiggly line too, where it's going to have a couple of layers. The layers themselves are going to be much thinner though. So on that French tip one, we have pretty thick lines. On the squiggly line, we're going to have much thinner lines. So this top bit will be very similar to that smile line one, but when it comes to the squiggly line, that's where we're going to keep it a little bit more thinner, just to leave some space in the middle to not have it, you know, too concentrated, because essentially at that point, what was the point of that baby blue beneath it? But here we are, this is the bit. So I'm just kind of dragging my brush to create that squiggly line, and that's kind of where I'm keeping it. I might ever so slightly thicken it here and there, but I'm kind of sticking to that thickness. Right, that's cured. We're going in again with the turquoise. Same situation. We're not making it any thicker than it basically has to be whilst doing it with the brush, basically. And then last but not least, we're going to do it again with the gold. And then, I'm not sure if that's included though, but here is the gold outline for the blue here. Going on nice. This gold is really, really nice because it does cure tack free on top of anything really. So if you wanted to do like a gold outline on top of the mat, that would look really, really cool, and you can do that. It will cure tack free and shiny, so cool. It creates a really, really nice little kind of outline and shiny little details. We're doing some extra little dots here too, because that's going to be animal print as well. And that squiggly line will also have some animal print, but again, I'm not too sure if I did end up including it. Here's the gold, and as you can see, it's such a dream to work with, and it's just the thickness of it too is just so nice to work with. They're really, really nice. Just do bear in mind with glitter bells, those unbelievable gels, as much as they're so beautiful and amazing, their pots are a little bit easily breakable, so do bear that in mind. So be very careful with them, because they very quickly snap, and then you end up having leakage all over your drawers. So if you do get some, just be very, very careful with, just be very gentle with them. Right, at this stage we are going to do the animal outlines and stuff. So on the white French tip bits, or on the other nail that we've got like the white corner, we're going to do, oh, this is zebra. I'm so bad at animal print. I don't really do them too often, so I don't really have to think about it, but I think it's zebra print. So we're going to do it by hand on all the white bits. Well, the white bits that we've got left, pretty much. And this is so simple. You just have to like do little swipes with your brush and that's it. And on some of them, you just got to do like a little branch coming out of it, and that's literally it. I used to primarily use my stamping plate for animal prints. If you are uncomfortable with animal print, then absolutely use a stamping plate. They are literally there to help you. So if there's anything ever that you can't do by hand, then just get yourself a stamping plate and give it a go that way, because I don't really want anybody to limit themselves on the art just because they can't do it by hand. There's absolutely but nothing bad with using basically stamping plates is what I'm trying to say. But also over time, through using stamping plates, I do end up trying to do stuff by hand just by seeing how it's done on the stamping plate, and it works out just like that. And that zebra, I've got it on a stamping plate and I just decided to do it by hand, and it worked out, which is really, really nice. Now that everything's cured with a matte top coat, we're going to do some black outlines on the little dots that we did earlier. I'm not being careful here at all. I'm being pretty like messy with it, because animal print isn't supposed to be perfect. It can be messy. I'm doing some random black dots in between it as well. That's kind of the beauty of doing it by hand. You can just have some fun. There's literally no, perfection is not required in this kind of pattern or design. So we're doing that exact situation on 2 extra nails. So yeah, here's the leaf, guys. Here's the leaf. And there's just so much, I don't even know what's next. So we are going to do a leaf at the top of this nail. We are also going to do one on the French tip nail looking one, but I'm not sure if that's included in the video. But essentially I'm just doing a line, and then I'm just doing petals coming from the side, on both sides. So here it is, and it came out so cute looking. I wasn't too sure if I would be able to create it well, but hopefully the footage itself kind of explains how I approach the leaf method. I'm doing kind of like a line and then 2 half circles on either side in a way, and I create the leaf look. Mine is nowhere near perfection though, guys. There's so much better out there, but I tried, and I'm happy that it did resemble a leaf basically. That's what I really wanted, and I'm hoping that you guys think the same. Again, we're onto those little dots. We're just going to do those little 2 lines on either side of the dot. As you can see, I'm kind of randomly picking whether it's going to be right to left or top to bottom. I'm trying to make them slightly different to the one next to it. And again, those dots in between do really, really add that extra look. So right now, if you finished, it doesn't quite look like an animal print, but adding those black dots in between really, really does kind of tie the whole animal print look together, which is really, really nice. We're going to do on the bottom half circle, French tip, smile line, whatever it is, look. And then at that stage, I think I just transition over to some crystal placements, but almost at the end of the video. But we are also going to finish off that other nail in the background chilling there. That one has some blue dots too, and we're going to do the outlines there as well. But again, that would just be off camera. Then we can do some crystal placement. Nothing too crazy today. Not much of it is included either today in the video. It took me so long to film, but here I noticed it wasn't filming, so that's why it's missing. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a technical difficulty, but we're only placing a couple at the top and a couple at the bottom on this one, and then we're doing some caviar beads. So usually I'd probably cut out the caviar bead part, but since we missed the actual placement, I'm leaving the caviar bead part. The rhinestone glue gel is from Macard, and the caviar beads are from Shein. And the crystals are most likely Shein / AliExpress. Those are like the 2 core main places that I always get my stuff. I don't even think I've ever got my stuff anywhere else, to be honest. My absolute go-to there. There go the caviar beads. And then I use this little tool just to help me kind of crispen everything up, make it as straight as I possibly can. I think this is like a cuticle tool. That will then go into the lamp. And then last but not least, we've got the ombre nail, and I absolutely love placing crystals on an ombre nail. You'll probably know majority of my channel has ombre nails with crystals on it. So right down the center, I'm going to do a whole crystal placement. We've got like a white bow, different shaped AB crystals, all basically combined together to create that crystal placement. If you're ever struggling with crystal placement, try just taking out your charms and placing it on a table and just kind of combine them together to see what it looks like. That's kind of my method of doing things. And then off camera real quick, I'll finish off the caviar beads. I'll create that necklace look that you're going to see in just a moment with the final look. And that will pretty much, guys, conclude the video. It's been a bit of a long one. I hope you guys liked it. Here is the final result. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And if you did like the video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!